what is a product and how important is a product in the genesis of a company? There's an expression going around Silicon Valley, at least when I was at Stanford for the first time, which is the best technology doesn't win all of the time. That's probably true. The best product wins pretty much every time. Now, there's a semantic game I'm playing here, perhaps, and it goes to what is the best product. But product is everything, I believe. And granted, I'm an engineer by training, and I have that bias, but I did have the opportunity to grow a couple successful businesses. In fact, one of my businesses I took public on the NASDAQ, and I had half of Fortune 500 using my email security software to encrypt their email communication across all of these networks. I got to launch my stock on the NASDAQ one morning, push the button. It was great. It was a lot of fun. So I had a lot of experience. In fact, I was logging 250,000 miles a year traveling because all my sales offices were everywhere, and you'd have to go visit your customers to go close the next deal, be it Walmart. Took 2 years. United States Postal Service, that deal took 3 years. Chevron, that one only took 6 months. But I got to see firsthand the impact of sales. I got to see firsthand the impact of marketing, the impact of finance, and certainly finance is important. Nothing's more important than product. And product isn't just one single thing. It's this holistic definition of, like in our instance, why did those guys create that video? Using the product out there in New York. Now, sure, we solicited their input with a contest, and it was great for them to put that on YouTube. But why did they do that? Well, there's something about the product that motivated them to use the product in a way that was sharing the experience with everyone else. In other words, marketing the product became a use case of the product. It became a very component of how that product was designed. When Gov built the first sonic lighter, a very silly toy on the phone, and this you just have the phone launched. By the way, we were the 19th virtual cigarette lighter. And this is back in September of 2008. This is before we had 600,000 apps on the phone. We were the 19th. There was a shootout in one press publication. We won, by the way. We were the best virtual cigarette lighter. It was a beautiful product, though. Come on, guys, listen up a little bit. It was a beautiful product. And one of the things that I think was prescient with the product, and this was really coming from Go, is we need to think about that first use case 30 seconds in that's demonstrable. And if we could build that into the product, we think we'll probably have a high K factor. We think that it'll be viral. People will recommend it to one another. And let's test that in an early phase in the product cycle. Can we build a video that demonstrates this use case? And so for the sonic lighter, it was, can you blow out the flame? In the early days of the phones, that was a pretty crazy thing to do. And so God created this video, and it was hysterical. It was almost as good as Cornholio. And he was dressed in black, and we ripped off the soundtrack from 2001, the Liggity piece, which is beautiful. And YouTube since yanked it when they perfected their filtering technology. Anyway, and he's dressed in black. We have this black setting, and we start with one phone igniting 10 phones around, kind of in this fire type of thing. Very tribal, atavistic theme behind it. And then he's playing with the flame, man and fire. And then he blows it out. And so it was a fantastic use case that was showing, okay, check it out. You download this product, put it on your phone, and you can play a flame, and you can blow it out. That ended up getting picked up by Gizmodo, one of the top tech rags. They accused us of starting a cult, which was perfect. Can't get better marketing than that. And in 3 days, Sonic Lighter is the #1 app in 20 different markets around the world because the story got syndicated. And sure enough, that product during its life cycle, we eventually pulled its plug because we weren't making any money on it, but we were still getting a lot of downloads. People were showing each other the product. It was fun to do. And so the point back to Guz's comments, and I'm trying to at least relate this into your class and say it is relevant and it's something that we're actually trying to teach, even though it's really hard to teach this subject. It's about product. It's about the total product. And it's thinking about how that product's going to be marketed by your users from the inception of the design of the product, not after you're done building it. That ends up being pretty important. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do, and that's why Smule, I think, is fortunate to have, Ga leading the charge on our product strategy, because it's something that's pretty hard to teach. It's pretty hard to build the science around the total product.